Hello, all my lovelies. Welcome to June. We've officially made it to halfway mark of 2020. Good news is that it's looking to kind of step up here in the quality of life department within June and July. So for most of you, I know that is a really, actually I think for everybody, that's a very exciting piece of news. I am sure prepared and ready for some changes to take place. It's been a pretty interesting 6 months, but this particular reading is going to be focusing around the summer solstice and what that's going to bring in for you, as well as I want to review how it's going to affect you overall, the main goals that you need to be aware of and focusing on, as well as how it's going to affect your love and your money. Now, it's been an interesting energy. A lot of people have been having trouble with all sorts of uncomfortable things when it comes to this last new moon. There's a lot of release with energy. There's been some communication challenges, whether that's your own words coming out. I have been struggling with getting like sentences out recently. And there's also been a lot of emotional closures, a lot of movement towards unfamiliar territory and really kind of building yourself up to be able to deal with those situations in a different way, being tested to not go in a cycle from the past but to grow into something new. And there has also been some issues with closing ends that need to be closed and some addiction problems. A lot of people have been drinking a little bit more, trying to release some of those addictions, a lot more mental thought on your health and what you're bringing into your body. All of those types of self-awareness type aspects are really being focused on through May and into June. So we've also got things developing in a very positive route. Okay, so all that might be a little bit more daunting, but on the positive side, things that you've been planting seeds with, whether there's just been mentally, you've been manifesting, or you've been waiting for things to just kind of develop and roll forward, June and July starts to take place with all of that. June's more prepping, and July is really more of an initiation month from what I've seen doing readings for others when we look forward in the future a little bit. It's been very consistent. So we're going to take a look at those aspects. I hope all of you have been doing very well, and if you are interested in looking at your personal situation, let me know. All my information is down below. I have a 50% off sale going on right now. All of my information about the manifestation class is down there, as well as how to book a reading. Okay, so general reading, guys, take what fits and leave the rest. Let's take a look at how things are going for you. All right, let's take a look at how, astrologically speaking, this new moon, summer solstice, where your focus is going to be personally here. Within balanced, finding and maintaining a balance in regards to the things that are getting ready to come into your life. So I get the feeling like things are about to step up. Okay, you're going to have some partnerships coming around. You're going to have some successful opportunities, and you're going to need to be reliable. You've got Chariot at the bottom, Hierophant at the top here. Really strong cards, okay, talking about commitment levels, taking traditional approaches to make sure that things are straightforward, things are ready to go, things are organized, prepared, planned, and allowing yourself to mentally be prepared to take in all the new things that are getting ready to come into your life. Okay, so wow, that's a big step already. So we're going to just pull that Chariot and that Hierophant because they were so powerfully connected to that message. Let's take a look at love here. Love, we've got the Nine of Wands and the Six of Cups in the reverse. Stay here. So we've got persevering through from a difficult path, but we've also got feeling maybe a sense of unrealized, emotions, or perhaps there were some emotions that were just kind of difficult to get through. I'm going to pull a few more cards, though, just to get a better idea. Yeah, so there could have been some sharp words exchanged or just some kind of unsettling things that happened that may have made you feel like you were just kind of being criticized, or words that didn't match, where you would want things to know that this was going forward in a very positive direction. There could even be a sense of some depression. This could be an indication of some drinking, or taking the reaction into not a huge, not a hugely constructive way, but maybe in an emotional way. And the challenge here is, of course, to be able to release the burdens and the feeling of being overwhelmed without sacrificing yourself through this. that isn't much easier said than done, but it is a resolution that nonetheless needs to be explored. And that's kind of the challenge right now in the love department. It's almost like Spirit's challenging you to let go of the idea that how someone else feels about you is the way that you should feel about you. That somebody else's input or ideas are the way that it really is, or that that's the truth in any manner. You're being tested here through this pressure to find your own resource to back yourself up and assert yourself against energies that are untrusting, that are critical, and that create resentment. Okay, it's almost like there's a challenge here for you to, are you going to rise above this and assert yourself, or are you going to be, submissive to the situation? I mean, if we're talking like some in the bedroom fun, now that's an entirely different thing. You guys have fun with that. But on an emotional level, like really, truly, like things are, in a position of criticism or judgment, or just in a negative position, just slow things down, take a moment to reevaluate where things are at, reevaluate your commitment levels, or someone else's commitment levels, okay? Because if someone's making you feel this way, then they're obviously, their commitment, there needs to be a slowdown with going towards that person or going towards that idea. Red flags all the way if this is an emotional situation that's taking place and you are getting treated that way, definitely reconsider. Because 2020 is about stable foundations, stable boundaries being set. And if you're trying to set boundaries with something that's already unstable, then it's only going to create a huge tower moment. So just make sure you're going into this with all of the pieces in the right place, okay? And for money, 5 of Cups, the Moon in reverse, and the Devil. Damn. Rough month for you guys. I say rough, it's challenging, and it's going to be, you're getting like this huge, shift, because you're coming into a place where balance is going to be needed. It's almost like a sense of urgency, like you have a really amazing opportunity coming in, like love and money, it seems like, and in order to get that opportunity and the balance in those areas of your life, the only way you can do that is to go through, set your priorities right, make sure that people around you have their priorities straight, and to see through the illusions, the toxicity, the narcissistic, types of connections, being taken advantage of, bad intentions, okay, bad influences, things that can create hurt in the future. This is the time to evaluate those energies and how they're actually are affecting you in your love and in your money, okay? I'm also sensing that you guys are getting ready to walk away from an employer or a connection or a relationship where it is just not a very good energy right now. There's a lot of manipulation. Nobody's just being straightforward with anybody, and it's just been this feeling of, I feel something kind of coming on that's going to shift here sooner rather than later, and that is getting ready to initiate itself. So this is about not trusting somebody, okay? So there's somebody in your world that you either need to question a little bit, you need to reevaluate the connection, or you need to get their intention straightforward, okay? I am sensing a red flag here. I kind of get the feeling like this person is affecting all areas of your life, is really what I'm seeing for those of you in this situation. And I'm not going to sit here and tell people who have nothing going on in their lives that everything's happy-go-lucky, right? My readings are never going to be like that. It's always going to address the shit. It's going to address the issues that need to be taken care of. So that's your message. Suggested action. Don't wait. Don't get yourself in a place of stagnancy. Move forward. Create your balance. Allow yourself through this temporary difficulty. Address the conflict and avoid future problems. Okay. Now, messages in general here. For self, gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. Love. Transformation. Use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. And money. Evolution. Realizing that obstacles are lessons on your path and understanding the paramount importance of manifesting your priorities in all situations. So, these are pretty much exactly in line with the reading that you've had. You are already in your place of fully appreciating things in life. You've come a very long way. It's those around you that have influenced you in such a way that have kind of helped, have influenced regression a little bit, or it's possibly about to happen and Spirit's trying to avoid that. Get your priorities right. Allow natural evolution to take place within your best interest. So if it's not stepping it up, rising above and beyond, then you're going backwards. So just make sure you're discerning those carefully, those decisions, okay? All right, lovelies, I hope that gives you some clarity. If you need, and discernment at the bottom of the deck, by the way, okay? Developing the ability to distinguish the difference from love and fear and truth and illusion. Very important. If you need to look at your specific story and see kind of where things are going or get some advice, feel free to reach out. All my information is below, you guys. Much love and have a fantastic month.